Hey y'all, this is for anybody out there that's looking for a little homemade gift, maybe to give their mother or grandmother for Mother's Day. And I'm sharing this neat little recipe with y'all today that my niece Kari Harris Rooks taught me. She shared it with me, and it's really a nice little gift that most people would appreciate using. So we're doing a salt scrub today, and we're using a sea salt. We've got a half a cup of sea salt. We're gonna use a half a cup of safflower oil. Kari's recipe though calls for a sweet almond oil, but we were unable to find that, so we're just gonna use the safflower. But her directions says that you can substitute a light olive oil or vegetable oil with a sweet almond. You can substitute the sweet almond oil with a light olive oil or vegetable oil. So I have bought these beautiful, I can't remember where I found them, but I thought they were so beautiful. You know, we've seen ball jars since the beginning of time, you know, the clear ones like these. But I found these green ones one day, and I thought they were just beautiful. Do you remember where I found these, Eddie?
You know, we were just actually in Publix, and we saw some that were more in the blue-green color, like your cup.
Yeah, yeah.
But we got those last summer, I think, when we were doing some canning.
I just thought they were beautiful when I saw them. So I am grating a lemon, and I'm going to zest an orange. And I'm going to go ahead, it calls for half a teaspoon, but you know what, that's probably about a half a teaspoon right there. I was going to say if it's a little over, that doesn't matter. The more the merrier. Okay. So now I'm going to grate our orange and get us a half a teaspoon of orange zest up. We looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't find my zester, but this little box grater that Bobby had in his cabinet, I think it's a newer one because it really works good. It's got a grate on it the size of your microplane would have. So this is working good. Okay. The orange is certainly bigger than the lemon. So it's getting hard to hold on to because I'm trying to hold on to the pith of the orange right now, and it's a little slick. Okay, want to tap that. Ooh, that's much more than a half a teaspoon, but you know, that's good. I'll take it. I will take it. What, pumpkin? Okay. So a half a teaspoon of each. And now we're gonna, let's see make sure I do this right. In a medium dry bowl, combine all ingredients, making sure not to let any water touch them, as it will dissolve the salt, and you don't want that to happen. So we're gonna add our half a cup of salt. And now we're going to measure up a half a teaspoon of the safflower oil.
Ooh, it smells good.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. There's nothing like a zest. Okay.
Sorry about that. I could have opened that.
I'm a-coming, y'all. Okay. We'll measure out a half a cup. All right, so in that goes. And Teresa deals with oils. I've known her to use all these oils that you rub on you or smell of them, and they're supposed to cure everything that ails you.
Essential oils, yeah.
Yeah, essential oils.
I just like the way they smell.
Were you selling those for a while?
Oh gosh, back when Stephanie Pay lived here, yes. That feels like 100 years ago.
Wow, it does seem like it's been a long, long time since they lived here. Stephanie is still with our team, though. She just works from home now. So anyway, Teresa shared with me, if this is not strong enough for you, you can add some essential oils, and this is lemon. And Teresa said it comes out real slow.
So I would only put like 2 or 3. Yeah, you don't need
Okay,
a lot.
like 4 or 5
Or
came
6 or
out. And this
one's
is
orange.
orange. I'm not gonna put as much orange because I had a lot more orange zest than I had lemon, and I love that lemon smell. Oh my gosh. I think it could stand some more lemon, Teresa. Smell it.
Well, don't you think it might? Do you think it's gonna, as it sits, get a little?
I don't know. I don't do these
Well,
essential oils.
this is what reminds me of when you go to bathrooms in nice places, and they have, you know what I mean?
Have
And
you
they
been
have
going into bathrooms in raunchy places?
Well, you know, I've probably been in a few. But you know that they have it, and they sell it for like $15 and $16 a bottle.
Yeah.
You can never have too much smell, in my opinion.
No.
It is very heavy on the orange side.
Yes. Yes, and I would rather have had it heavier on the lemon side. But
Well, and that's the
Did I
nice thing
mix
about
that
this.
up
You
good
really
enough?
could do anything. I
you
mean, you could,
choose your flavors.
especially like you could do a lavender one with some lavender
Yes.
oil and just put fresh dried lavender in it.
Yes.
And that would be really pretty.
Yes. All right, so we're just gonna, I would need to double that recipe. Actually, I'd need to triple it because I wouldn't want to take somebody a half a jar.
No.
So now, what do you do with this?
All right, I'm fixing to
I've
tell
been in
you,
the
Eddie.
men's room.
And the men's room
Does
still
not
have
have
this?
it.
You've been robbed.
I'm fixing to tell you how to use it. Now you just keep this in your bathroom, and Kari tells me to use. Just before showering, swirl your ingredients together with your fingertips to mix. And then after you've bathed your body completely and just before getting out of the shower, apply your citrus body scrub in circular motions on your body everywhere. And you can use your hands or a washcloth. And then you just rinse it off and pat dry and get out. And the texture of that salt will take that dead skin off of you. So some fresh skin can
and
grow.
then you feel nice and smooth.
Yeah, it makes you nice and smooth and soft.
So
They
this
started doing them in bathrooms, and it's the same exact thing, and it's
Yeah.
a body scrub.
Yeah.
But they'll put it in a woman's bathroom, apparently,
Yes.
not in the men's.
Yes.
And you can wash your hands really good and put that on. So you won't come out of the bathroom with dry
Right.
hands.
And then they'll put a $15 or $19 price tag
Oh
on it
yeah.
because you liked it and it smelled so good.
You could even probably add a little more salt, depending on what kind of texture
Oh,
you like.
absolutely. You can easy triple this recipe. And if we tripled it, it would fill up a nice jar. Yeah, you could add some more salt on that because salt scrubs that I've used before that were not homemade, but they had a lot more salt in them than this one has. This is kind of liquidy, but that when you rub that on your body, your skin's just gonna soak it in and give you a nice sheen.
Well, and the nice thing about this is your kids can make it with you. So, it can be a
yes.
gift to teachers. It can
So,
be a great Mother's Day
Daddies,
gift. Yep.
if y'all are out there listening, get in the kitchen with your children and make mommy or grandmommy a little Mother's Day gift. And make sure you find a pretty jar to put it in. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Love and best dishes. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.